the game.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Beyond the Gate with Dustman and Nate. I'm Dustman, and to bring you another episode from Florida, my dog Nate.
What's up, everybody? We're down here in Florida on location at the C2 at Condos. Thanks for T-Bone for letting us come and kick it here and get to know everyone. And on this episode, we've got Justin Tompkins from the ATB show.
Yes.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it.
Yes. We finally have had the chance to bring you on. You know, we've talked about doing episodes together. We have but it was always from my house to your house or whatever. So like to be able to get you actually on and be
It only took 3,000 miles.
Right,
Right.
But it took T-Bone to bring us in together,
Yeah,
so
man.
that's all good, And I've been excited to figure out,
Yeah,
more about it.
we get to know what one of the main people behind ATB. We
Yeah.
get to figure out how you get into BMX and what's keep you going through all the years.
Right. So
Appreciate it.
let's go ahead and jump into that. You go ahead and
Yeah,
go ahead and start it out.
How old were you when you started riding?
19.
19?
Yeah.
You got started a little bit later.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't even get started till I was 14, 15.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. What class do you race right now?
41, 45 expert.
Yeah. All right.
Banging
And-
bars with a bunch of ex-pros.
What about all them sponsors though?
Yeah.
Who all you ride for? I know we
Yeah,
got
that
a lot.
too.
Let's break this down.
Carbone Cartel, T-Bone BMX, Progate, and ATB, our show.
Yep.
We also have JW. He makes sprockets and chain rings or
Yeah.
all that stuff. Amy Grips, my wallet.
Rip grips.
Right on.
We'll come up.
Yep.
So that's
For sure.
That's awesome. And so how did you really get into BMX?
I got hit by a car.
Yeah.
I was going to college, so I came home and the dudes I hung out with in school were riding bikes. They were a couple years younger than me, so I just put a bike together, rode around with them, and then they kind of shaded out, and then I kept riding, and
Right on.
I don't know, I've had a couple times where it was on and off for a little while.
Yeah.
That was it.
All right.
Do anything other than just racing? Those kids that got you into it, were they
Yeah.
racing? Were they doing freestyle?
No, we rode anything.
Right on.
So you had one bike and you rode everything. I still ride skate parks and bump tracks, trails, whatever.
Right on.
Yep.
So what was the first track that you went to and raced?
Waterford Oak. No, raced at?
Yeah,
That'd have
yeah.
been Richfield Park.
Richfield Park?
Yep.
Right on.
Yep.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. And do you remember your first race at all?
Yeah.
Do you?
Hell yeah.
How did it go?
Ate shit.
No.
I
hate
took a
those
third.
days.
Yeah?
And
Hate those days.
took third out of 3. And my homie that got me into riding, he ended up winning. Like him and the dude got tangled up. I hit them. I fell. They kept going.
Oh man.
Dude, I still have this thing called a Polaroid from that first race.
That's funny.
Right on.
Dude, and see, that's the thing is, I know a lot of kids that started and their first day went out and they crashed and they never came back.
Yeah.
So it's cool that you even just stuck it out, after going out there and crashing. Was it a bad crash at all? No, just a little tumble.
Yeah, I bumped my buddy's back tire.
Yeah.
Front end, back end collision.
Mhm.
You don't win on the front end.
So
No.
what was your first bike?
The one I raced, or
Yeah,
the first bike
first
I had?
I don't know. I think.
What
What was
did
your
you get
first
into
one? Yeah, what was
BMX
your very
on?
first one that you
What'd
jumped
get
on? Yeah.
into?
It was a Hutch Trickstar. Like
Oh,
a dude
yeah.
a couple years older than me in high school. He graduated. He sold it to me.
That's what I was fishing for too. I wanted something nice like that.
Dude, I
Trickstar's
sat
sick.
that bike to the road.
Yeah.
I had no idea what it was worth.
Oh man.
Because I got a new bike.
Yeah.
Like we all did.
Right.
I didn't know,
A lot of
'cause
people did that.
I didn't know. And I put that baby blue Hutch Trickstar to the road when I.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That, I know so many people that have done that too. They're like, man, if I had the bike I had when I was younger,
Yeah.
I'd be rich.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
How
it is
long?
what it is.
And how long after you started riding BMX with your friends till you started racing?
Probably like the summer.
The summer?
Like the winter. Then that following summer, I went and raced.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet.
They had an indoor.
No, we didn't.
No,
Not back then.
Okay.
Michigan had an indoor for the last 10 years up until
Right.
last year.
Yeah. And I always used to go through the back of the BMX and look at all the indoors. You know, I
Mhm.
always wanted to go to that one too, and
I'm
It's
remembering
fun.
left and right.
It was fun.
yeah, obviously, you know, I got took out, you know, but you know, that's
It was in the 6th Myers ever built.
really.
There's your history
Oh
on that
my
track.
god! I know,
That is
like
awesome.
every time I did see like the inside of the place, it was
Mhm.
like
It was originally
it looked
named,
like it was falling apart a little bit.
oh, hell
you know,
yeah.
just a little bit.
It was originally named Thrifty Acres after Myers, which Myers is a grocery chain in the Midwest. So like they were called Myers Thrifty Acres because you could buy anything there.
Right.
And so they just called it Thrifty Acres for the first few years. Then it changed to Rock City Indoor.
Right, right, yeah.
That's cool.
So you're novice, or no, you're not
Yeah,
novice.
expert.
Are you? Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was gonna say. How fast did you get to expert? Yeah, 'cause, you race after me. Duh, what the hell am I thinking?
Right. I normally get to catch you to the second corner.
Yeah.
We're loading
Well,
in.
especially when I'm eating shit.
Well, you got to sit and watch.
Yeah, I did actually get to sit and watch
You
you
got to
guys.
watch
So,
our
yeah,
meeting.
I did.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I don't, it was still NDO.
Really?
Yeah, so I didn't even know. Like, I didn't know.
Wow.
And I was at Akron at a national. No, not Akron. We're Cedar Point.
Toledo?
Cedar Point. It was the track's not there anymore. But anyway, signed up, went to raced as a rookie novice, and then the next day I went up for the Saturday, and I couldn't find. And I ended up getting classed up, and I raced Jeff Upshaw and John Miller. And that's when those cats had the slingshot on
for
point.
sure.
In my first gate, I left a yard sale out of the gate. 'Cause
Yeah.
If anyone remembers, like Uppy had that
Oh,
just
yeah.
insane
Oh, yeah, for
pull
sure.
back and forward, and so did Miller. They rocked back. I went forward.
Yeah,
Just flipped the goddamn gate.
I only beat Upshaw one time, and it was because it was raining at Midwest, and he was on flats, you know. And I had my flip pedals on, and I was like, "Oh, I'm trying to beat Upshaw," you know. And they're like, "Dude, he's on flats, bro." But yeah, for sure, I do remember that, and that was when it was ABA, and that was back in the up, you know, like the
They rocked,
slingshot days.
those two rocked back like a half a bike.
Yeah, dude, like it almost looked like their back tire was gonna fall off the gate,
Mhm.
like they would be damn near
Yeah,
falling
it was
off.
wild.
Right when I was starting BMX, that was right about through my intermediate time. Like they had it wasn't a random start. It was
Yeah.
still the
Yep.
traditional. And I almost got to the point where I could do a slingshot start.
Mm-hmm.
Then they switched.
And
it
then
over.
they switched, right?
They
That was the
they
same
switched
thing.
it over.
Yeah, that was the same thing because I literally could not do a gate then. I can't do it now. But back then it was even worse because like you know people were like pulling back, and I was always a snapper. I could never
Yep.
do that, you know. So like I'd always ask the guy before I get in the gate, like, "Hey man, you slingshot? You slingshot, bro? Because like I need to know, because otherwise I'm gonna try to beat you out of the gate." And they're going like a mile before, you know.
Right.
They're going on red, you know, and I'm flipping over the gate
Shit,
every
they're
time. You know?
leaving there, watch the light.
Yeah, dude.
Set
yeah.
them up, they're rolling up.
Right, as soon as they hear the W on watch, you know, that's when I went. And they're on like, okay, riders, they're going back. I'm like, oh, shit, you know, like, yeah, it was
Wow.
crazy.
Imagine if that was still the same gate right now,
It
like
was.
how the pros would have that.
Oh my god, that
Everyone
would be,
slingshots?
yeah, that would be
Mhm.
pretty cool. That'd be fun to watch.
Right.
That would be
Gotta
fun.
find one of the old
insane.
one of the old Cartessa boxes.
Yeah.
And throw the switch.
Right. So, how many wins did you actually have to get back in NBL? I didn't get to race NBL, but unfortunately,
Yeah, I don't remember.
you don't remember.
Nah, it was just we just did it.
Right.
And
You're just riding to ride, having a
Right,
good time.
right, for
living.
sure. So what's your favorite track that you rode at?
Man, that's tough. Probably Cape Coral, like Richfield Park, Rock Hill.
Plugging you.
He knows.
Yeah.
It's just Capes is a fun
Yeah.
facility.
Yeah, Nick's got a nice place.
Sarasota was fun. It was terrifying at the same time. But
Yeah.
Right on.
yeah, we've been down here. You guys been down here, and
Yep.
Florida's a different level. But back home, I'd say Richfield Park.
It is.
Yeah, it's
It
fun.
is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you got a lot of part in T-Bone here, right? So I heard you're gonna be pushing the frames, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about the frames.
Yeah. All right. So we've got 60 of them on the way here, and we made some changes from the prototypes.
Mm-hmm.
And first thing that we changed was the bottom bracket. So we moved away from the PF30 bottom bracket that was on the prototypes and went to BB68. That way you can run a wider tire. Removed V-brake option, so they're all disc. And we're gonna have, I think we're gonna have 40 OS20 frames. We'll have 2 sizes in the OS20, along with your just mini up to cruiser.
Right.
With a lot of focus on that OS20 market.
Yeah.
So you'll see a lot of emphasis put on there. We got bars coming. Some other components we're working on. That's probably 6 to 8 months down the roadmap right now.
Yeah, and I mean, a little secret in that OS20, you might see me on one of those.
That's what I heard this morning, man.
Yeah.
There was some intense negotiations going on out here, man.
Yeah, you might see me on one, I know Brian's watching, so I
Yo,
won't.
Card Shark, man.
Yeah, so I won't
Put
say
you
I'm
on
on it
blast
now,
this morning.
I know, you might see us all the ripped riders on them. You never know.
We can make it happen.
I like the way it rode at the National. I only got to ride Brian's on first round and second round, which he rides the flat iron bars. I'm not. So I ate crap the first lap. So I blame that on the bars, not the bike. But as soon as I did get on my bike and felt comfortable, it didn't feel any different than riding the Haro. When I was riding the Haro,
Geometry on them, pretty straightforward. It's within like a quarter degree here or there from like your Haro, your S square. You rode the Mongoose, and that's what I had before those. And I did like that bike. The geometry was straightforward and simple. So they're right in that market right there, and one, they're not as expensive as some of them we named off. So and another part is Brian gives a ton back. So
oh yeah, for sure.
When you're looking to buy a frame, there's a lot of companies that do a lot for local BMX, and Brian's one of them. T-Bone's one of them.
Yeah.
So he gives back a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely one of the top guys that gives back to the sport of BMX. He's only been back in the sport
2 years.
3 years, and like
He's trying to give back so much already.
yeah, he's made a very good name for himself and what he's doing. He's helping a lot of people, helping me for one, helping you. So I mean, I got nothing but good things to say about him.
And he just bought ProGate.
Yeah, he just.
So if your track ain't got a ProGate, call us up.
Yes.
Get a hold of ProGate.
Yeah.
We got ways to help.
Yeah. They'll take care of you.
We got fundraisers we can help you with, and we can help you raise the money for your ProGate.
Yeah.
Everyone's
That would be awesome.
ProGate.
Yes.
It's the only certified gate in the world.
And a little secret, I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything, but I don't know if Rockford's going to be
Allegedly.
upgrading. Allegedly Rockford's going to be upgrading.
Allegedly.
Yeah, so I didn't.
Well, it makes
I did
sense,
hear,
man.
Yeah, it is one of the top facilities. Yeah, world-class facility. And,
ProGate started.
Yeah, so, I think that it's a good step for Jake. Even though I know he's kind of getting close to moving out because he's getting old.
That's a current TO, right?
Yeah, and he's getting older, and he's been in the game a long time. So I know Garrett Rapp and all them guys are.
He's got a good team behind him.
Up. Yeah,
He's got a good team.
Finally, he's been waiting a while for this.
Cool. For this team he's got.
Yeah, for sure. So that'd be cool to have a pro gate and be able to actually practice on something I'm gonna be riding on at nationals.
Exactly.
When I ride that gate from Rockford, I can't practice anywhere else. I can't practice anywhere else riding that gate. Unless I'm at Rockford. So I can go to Midwest and kill it. But when I go to somewhere that has a pro gate, I'm 20 miles behind it.
And ProGate's the only company that's certified by UCI. So any of your World Cup events, they're running the ProGate. So if you're not training on them and you want to be at that top level, you have to train on them.
Right.
They drop faster.
Oh,
they
yeah,
drop
for sure.
different. But there's tons of other companies out there that making gates right now, and everyone's got an uncle that's hammered drunk hanging out with Billies that says they can weld and build a gate, and that shit ain't gonna work, man. It's gonna be too heavy. And everything is perfectly engineered. Make sure it drops consistent every single time, and it falls within the allotted time that UCI sets for that. So that's why when you see those top elites racing, like that level of competition is insane. 'Cause they're
Right.
training on a pro game.
Yeah, because it's memory. You know, you're training your memory, just like you're doing a computer. You know, you want
Yep.
to download that into your brain.
Mhm.
So when you're doing something that's not the same every time, you know, you're gonna go and that's the same way you're gonna perform. You're not gonna do the same thing every time. Which, you know,
So let me ask you guys a couple questions.
what's up?
What got you into doing the podcast shows?
Being bored most of the time. What really started off as I had one of my buddies, Amy. I had her son over there, and he was like, you know, could we do, something like
Sure.
that? How about like an interview? You know, and I'm like, all right, yeah, sure. And you can actually go on YouTube, and we have it on there.
Was
It's,
that was with like the throw chairs?
Yeah, dude.
I
It's
love
like,
that,
it's,
man.
yeah,
It was
it's
a
like
great,
the very
it was
beginning
awesome.
one. It was like you can see my socks and everything. Like I was being made fun of, but no, like I was really bored.
Good.
And it was winter. I couldn't ride nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all, I'm all out BMX.
Right.
So like to be, able to.
Well, I like you guys as like trail check-ins.
Yeah,
you do.
yeah.
So if you guys haven't, make sure you're following the show. You like it, subscribe, do all that fun shit. But you're when you guys are out at the trails, like you're giving tips and techniques and stuff like that, man. That's rad.
Yeah, I like that. That one actually, that was one of the main plans that we were going to do in the beginning too. Like when we actually set the show, we were like, all right, here's what we're going to do. It's not like we were going to do mainly interviewing anybody or anything like that. We were going to do more like tips and like stuff like that. But it was wintertime, so we didn't have the availability to do that. So we kind of just broke down to interviewing each other, and he came over and I interviewed him, and then the next week he came over and interviewed me, and we didn't even really put it out like that. It was just like all of a sudden we were like, we could probably make something out of this.
Yeah, we could do something with this.
So like,
Who does the editing?
my guy Eric does a lot of the editing. He does like anything that we need to do, like between like like the commercials or whatever.
It is.
Yes, he does that.
Like
He
your
does,
intros are dope.
yes, he does a
Everything's good.
very good job for us when we have the time. Because like most of the time, like we try to get the pre-recorded episodes, but lately we've been kind of struggling with that. So we've been just going on the fly and like, all right, all of a sudden we're gonna really all right. We're gonna do a live real quick. All right, you come over here. And most of the time,
the best shows.
right? And most of the time it's Kaylee Sarrasso over there. She's right there right now. We get her over here.
Didn't she end up like probably taking the best finishes all weekend?
She did too, and that's why we brought her on
man.
our show the other day, man. Because like we all sucked, I mean, I wanted somebody that was at least a winner on my show.
For shit, dude, I lost to Rick Carter from Beer Budget.
Second this weekend, goddamn. I got two first and a second this weekend.
And that
goddamn
was, I know. Well, you did, and that was open class. That don't count.
Hey, second's a class.
Isn't that practice?
Yeah,
now?
second in class. Yeah, it is. It is a practice, and I
That's all we
didn't
got
get
now.
it. But yeah, so I mean, we're gonna wrap it up here because I don't want to jump into his area. We got to get into his too.
So yeah,
and so ATB as well. Go over and watch his.
8 o'clock.
All
8-ish.
all the platforms. He's got it all going. We're a little behind.
You're good.
But he's all the platforms. All Things BMX show. Go and watch us on there. Or me, I don't care.
You guys are gonna be on there.
We'll see who ought to be. You might get to introduce Billy, and you get to see the Zoo Crew tonight. So.
Oh, it's join us 8 o'clock. We're on YouTube. We aren't on Facebook because we're banned. So you're in the Twitch. You can watch it on Twitch. You can also watch it at bmxracingforum.com. That's Anthony's website for anything you got BMX wise. You want to share it? That's the website to go to. So yeah, we'll be on there here in a few minutes, and we'll continue this interview because I got some other questions I want to ask you.
All right.
Because I like what you guys got going on.
Good. For sure. All right, you guys. We'll see you over there.